A shotgun snap for Newton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production. But I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A run here with Dearness Johnson. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
The first down carry here for Johnson. Levante David in on the tackle.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Here's Newton. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now it's Jackson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
We want it. Come to my world.
Here's Jackson. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. Give him 7 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
You got nothing to run. You got nothing. Henry. 51, set up. 51.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 34-yard line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, then maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry. Now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take.
Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike 51. Mike 51. Short. Hey, here we go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. From 13 yards out, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Newton. And an alley to run. He'll have a first down past the 40. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Gun.
Throwing again. Newton. That's complete. It's Damian Willis. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 42. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, Johnson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, Newton. Got his man, it's Eifert. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Throwing on third down, Newton. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go play action with Jackson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Drop deep, drop deep.
On third down, Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Let's get that ball. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Next ball. Mike. 47's the mic.
And to give this time to the tailback. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
From the 45 on second down. Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Tackles. Zoom. 47 to Mike, boys.
Jackson looking to throw on third. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on fourth. They'll try and throw for it to Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Saints will have the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Newton now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. From the gun, here's Newton. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. Pass the truck. There he goes, left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. Hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Newton. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Newton. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Newton. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Newton now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Again, Newton. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing again. Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Ready? Ready? Check 52's the mic. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you. Get it.
A final shot before the break. Newton. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson going up top. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Jackson to throw on 3rd down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
Right to the 3. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
On 1st down, Newton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Williams. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
That's right, baby. Double time. Double time. 4 down. Check. Gun. Switch. Watch twitch.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Set. 58, come on.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On second down and 4. Newton, that's caught. It's Thomas. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And that pickup will be good for a first down. Give him 10 yards exactly on the quick slant. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's second and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. Second and goal from the 1. Newton takes it himself. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Now, that was a little too conservative for my liking. It's only second down, and they try to run the sneak. Give credit to the defense. They pushed them back and set up third down.
And Newton's going to keep it. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. This defense continues to be good on third down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this, let's try to get it in the end zone?
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should fourth down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
Rolling to his left. And he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack, taken down at the 2. Cam Newton, normally very reliable in these spots, but he stops short of the goal line. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. On first down, it's Taylor. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. Here's Jackson to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Raven first down. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. First and 10 at the 14. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a second and 7.
Brings up second and 7 at the 17-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Now it's Jackson. He finds Taylor, complete. And down he'll go at the 25. 7 yards there and a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Jackson now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. Mike, 51.
Jackson now, throwing again. This will be caught by Brown. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
51 to Mike. Hey, we have you.
From the gun, Jackson. He gets it to Brown. Good play. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Jackson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Don't be scared of it. 51 to Mike. 51.
2nd and 5 now. Jackson. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed them. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Back to throw, Newton. Looking deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Newton now to throw. He'll air it out deep for touch. He's got a man complete. He's at the 30, 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 92 yards, as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Jackson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. They can't hang with us. Mike 51, Mike 51.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Around the NFL, 4th quarter right now in Atlanta. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again. Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Play action. It's Newton. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Ready.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On second down and 4, Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. 51's Mike. Mike 51. Your track. Your track. 51's the Mike. 51's the Mike.
From the gun, Jackson. And he finds McLaurin. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3-and-out. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run with Taylor, and he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's got this down to the 35. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll get 3 as the drive use. It's a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and